Hi, everyone. Welcome to VNBG. Today we are talking about how to open a software outsourcing company in Vietnam. Let's get started now. Vietnam has become one of the most important places in Asia to outsource IT work, especially software development. Thanks to its stable economy, low labor costs, and sufficiently qualified IT workforce, Vietnam is an ideal place for you to start an IT company, build your product development team, and provide outsourcing services to your clients worldwide. In this video, we will explore the reasons why and how to establish an IT or software outsourcing company in Vietnam. Let's figure it out right now. Human resources create conditions for IT business to grow. As a result of the market boom over the past couple of decades, computer programming has become a popular career choice in Vietnam. The fact that Vietnamese schools have always placed an emphasis on mathematics and natural sciences is deemed to foster the development of majors such as computer science. Software development, programming, and coding have been taught in both public and private schools and learning centers. As a result, the market is supplied with a substantial workforce every year for this industry. On a further note, Vietnamese employees are known for their hard work and diligence, along with their good technical skills. This has been a great preference for any international employer in the IT field. Competitive labor costs. It is a fact that the cost of hiring in Vietnam is very competitive. Vietnam is renowned for its low-cost labor force compared to other countries in the region or in the world. A software engineer in Vietnam earns between 50 to 60% of the salary of an engineer of the same level in India or Singapore, or just from 70 to 80% compared to an engineer in Indonesia, Malaysia, or the Philippines. Government's incentives. The Vietnamese government is striving to import advanced technology from the international market. Because of this, it is now easy and encouraged to start an IT company in Vietnam. In addition, software production is subject to the government's tax incentive scheme, with tax exemptions for up to 4 years and tax reductions for up to 15 years. It sounds very tempting, right? So, how do I open an IT or software outsourcing company in Vietnam? VNBG will show you right now. The good news for you is that a software outsourcing company can be 100% foreign-owned. The process of establishing an IT company in Vietnam is pretty straightforward. You will need to prepare 3 things. A business address. For IT or software development businesses, you can use a virtual office to register a company. You do not need a real or actual office at the registration step. You can consider using one of VNBG's virtual office options if you do not have your own arrangement. Assign a resident director. Every business entity in Vietnam must have at least one legal representative who resides in the country. This can be a Vietnamese or non-Vietnamese, but the person must provide a permanent address in Vietnam to be considered a resident. You can ask a friend in Vietnam or someone you know to give their name for a few months if you are not here. If not, you can consider hiring a nominee director from us for 6 months before you can hire your own or send your person over to take the position. Decide on the capital investment of the company. The law does not specify how much you must invest into a business for the business plan. So in theory, you can decide your own number. This capital must be injected into the company within 90 days from the date of business license. We will open a bank account for your company after the registration is completed, so you can contribute the capital to the company right away. Most of our clients decided to start from $10,000 as the starting capital. You can put higher or lower than this number as long as you see fit. This capital is accessible, which means you will use this capital to pay for your company's expenses in the future. This capital can be increased or decreased, but it takes time and with the paper procedures involved. Therefore, you should be aware of the timeline and cost of license amendment for capital change in the future. If the company is under individual ownership, the process can be quite easy and quick. We only need your scanned passport and bank statements from the last 3 months, which can be downloaded from your bank. If the company will be under corporate ownership, you will need to provide the documents of the overseas company that are legalized at the Vietnamese embassy in your country. This process may take weeks or even months, depending on the country. While waiting for all documents to be prepared and provided, at the same time, VNBG will draft the application dossier for your signatures. You will sign them all and send them to Vietnam for submission. It takes roughly about 30 to 45 days from the date of paper submission to the completion of the company's registration. We will guide you through and update you on every milestone of the project, from obtaining the investment certificate, as known as the IRC, to obtaining the business certificate, as known as the BRC or ERC, making the company chop or stamp, opening the company's bank accounts, and lastly the tax registration. Once we go through all these steps, congratulations! Your IT company is successfully registered and ready to run in Vietnam. Now you can start hiring and signing contracts with your employees. Besides business incorporation, we offer other services to help you with business operations in the future, such as accounting or bookkeeping, business reporting compliance, payroll, recruitment, etc. Furthermore, for your information, VNBG's recruitment team, in particular, excels at locating IT professionals. Let us know your plan for hiring. We surely can help you build a strong IT team in Vietnam. VNBG will be your one-stop service provider in Vietnam. We are just a simple click away. Don't hesitate to contact us if you want to own an IT company in Vietnam. Reach out to our consultant today to schedule a free consultation. Or find more details in the description box below and can click subscribe for future updates from Vietnam Business Gateway.